Good morning. Good morning, chicken. So I woke up like this. The chicken was here outside and I don't know why the gate is open. I know that yesterday I closed at 1 after I feed them.
Well, slowly trying to get my work going downstairs. Down on the ground floor guest room, we have this patio door, the room below. And before these came available here, this UPVC, I had a company come out. I've had some videos in the past. I was very displeased with them, but I'm not going to say their name. And they installed aluminum, and it was supposed to be really good quality aluminum and windows and all. I finally just had them to stop and leave because they were doing such a bad job. And you see like this rubber right here in these doors, they weren't even going to put the rubber, they're just going to caulk it up with silicone. Many of them are doing that, cheating, not putting the rubber, just squirting silicone in there. Your weather stripping gaskets and stuff like these felts right in here, there's places for it, and they weren't going to put none of it. Now they priced it when I told them, you know, if I'm going to do business with them, I told them I want the rubber, I want the weather stripping, I want everything. You know, heavy grade aluminum, not the thin aluminum. Yes, 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 sir. But when they actually came here and installing, they weren't putting that in. And I said, where's it at? Oh, we don't have it, sir. We have to order. Well, then you stop what you're doing and you order it. And then they were, you know, misdrilling and just marring up the brand new aluminum and everything. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Well, then that aluminum door downstairs, it's never been just right. Never been just right. I was very displeased with it, still displeased with it. So the door does not slide smooth. And one of the rollers underneath there, it's not staying locked in place over where it's supposed to. So you got a roller at the bottom. So each section you have a roller here and a roller here. And then it's got a turn screw and from the back that you can adjust that. Joel looks down there and he's like, there's no roller. I'm like, what? Well, the roller's way over at the middle of the door. It's come dislodged. The other roller, they set the door up so tight that there's no room to even adjust. I remember seeing them fighting to get it in the track. They set the door up too tight. Just so tight that they had to pry it now to get it over on the track. Now you shouldn't have to do that. You should have enough room at the top in that track. You got a lot of space in there, and you adjust your roller all the way up. You set the door on the track, and then you start cranking your roller down. It can lift the door up into the head track up there, and then you get it adjusted level. You got a back roller, front roller, and you can get it all leveled up and everything. You want to get it all leveled up and just right before you put your striker of where the door lock is going to catch and all. I know I'm giving you a lesson on sliding doors. Well, they just did a horrible job. The rollers won't stay in place. The catch, I've had to work on it. What a mess. It's supposed to have been heavy grade aluminum, but it wasn't very heavy grade. And, or let me correct this for some of you guys. Different places in the world, different pronunciations. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Aluminum, aluminium. Okay, aluminium. For you that are going to be the critiques. I fought like crazy to set that door out of the track this morning. It was really hard because it was set up so tight, and we got it out, and we've seen other places. We can do it here, but I just wanted to hire somebody. I want to hire maybe a local glass company down the road that deals with these aluminum doors, and let's let them come do it because we got other things to be doing. So what he's doing here is, I told y'all, but we put an angle bar in at the bottom and we drilled through and we bolted it to this steel deck. And I didn't want him welding anything on the steel deck. It's thin, it'll blow it out. but he's going through and he's welding in that steel down to the that angle bar there. And yeah, people say, oh, you're not supposed to weld rebar, but he's not welding rebar to rebar. He's welding it at the very tip at the end where it's going to push. So like if there was a shake or a rumble here or something, to where that load is against something, it don't slide on here. And eventually we'll get a deck over this, and it'll have all of that to push against too. So got a lot of steel in here. It's a double matting, so it's got steel above and below the piece going across right there. Then you got your step pieces. Got all that in, and we're putting pieces here up. I'm not going to have a handrail like stainless or wood or anything. We're going to pour some little concrete walls up the side of the steps here.
So I asked Angel to cook the corn in the charcoal. So this is the corn that I bought yesterday. So this is gonna be my breakfast, coffee, and corn.
It is technically lunchtime right now. It's 20 minutes after their lunchtime, but they're in the middle of a pour, and they know that they need to continue on that because that staircase don't need a cold joint up across the middle of it. I didn't say anything to him. I guess Mike already called that shot, knew that needed to be done, him or Joel. Wow, man, y'all almost got it, huh? Yep, almost to the top up there. They're doing the last little batch out there on it right now. What, 3 steps or 2? It looks like they mixed a bunch. So they're just down this last little bit, and then they're gonna take their lunch. Of course, they'll get their full lunch. They'll just be gone longer. Up here, the boys are rendering out the staircase. They're rendering out a wall. So it's got a lot of steel in it here, quite a bit. I asked them to put a lot of steel so it's really stiff. And then it's got what they call chicken wire here. We call hardware cloth back in the U.S. It's got that over it, and they're doing their rendering on it right now. And I had him to earlier today to cast these poles right here. And this will give a support. There's a lot of steel going through it right there. And there's one over here, it's still drying. That'll give a lot of support on this wall of it, you know, being able to wiggle or anything like that. So that's what they're working on here right now. It's just a render. And they'll do this section, and then they need to add a little plywood here, do this section. Same thing again here to the other side. So that's the story with that. We're doing a 24-hour fasting right now. Actually, it's probably gonna be over 24 hours because the 24-hour mark comes up tonight here in just a little bit. It'll soon be. Wow. If I guess I might could eat a little bit this evening, because in about an hour from now, I guess I'm at my 23-hour fasting right now. Maybe I'll go longer. Yeah, maybe I'll go longer. Maybe I'll go till tomorrow morning, and what would that give me, 36-hour fasting or something? Maybe, yeah. And on this upcoming Wednesday, now remember these videos are delayed, so this isn't your real-time Wednesday, will be Melinda's birthday. And Melinda's birthday is on the day of my mother's passing. And I've talked about that in past videos. All you subscribers have been with me for a long while. My mom died at an early age. At my age right now, I lost my mother at the age that I am right now. I lost my brother at the age I am right now. And but my father, they say the meaning of honor was live forever, right? Well, he lived way on a full long age up into his late 70s. But my mother, she didn't know, and she didn't have any health trouble. Nothing was going on that warranted it. It's just like boom, she's just gone, unexplained. They did toxicology, of course they did all that, and her organs, everything, unremarkable condition. So I digress. But my wife was born, her birth date, not the year, but the date, is the day of my mother's passing. But the crazy part, I'm James Hightower, my wife is Melinda Hightower now, and the lady that did my mom's corner report or whatever is Melinda High, and with the date that my mother passed. We always find that crazy, little kooky things, right? So I always say Melinda was my gift from my mom. So sometimes I say that was a blessing, and sometimes I think my mom was mad at me. According to how Melinda's acting that day. She asked me, please do not throw a party for her here at the house. She did one for me, but she begged me, please do not. I mean it, babe. She'd repeat 10 times. I'm telling you, you look at me and tell me you're not going to do it. And I started to do it anyway, just so I could get even with her for her doing it on mine when I said not to, right? But she wanted to do something different and be more immediate with the family. So I said, well, that's cool. I said, how about this? How about I take all of your brothers and her one sister that's over here next door, runs her mom's Sorry store, all the family, all of them, the brothers and the sisters and the sister-in-laws and the brother-in-law. How about all of us go to Vikings Buffet up in Iloilo at South Point off of SM, and I'll reserve it and all. So I did, and we invited a few additional friends, but we didn't want to get it too much, and because Melinda didn't want it too much. So she was so happy that I would do that and bring all of her family, because they have never been to a place like that before, like a all-you-can-eat buffet like that, of that caliber and everything. So it's gonna be really nice for them. Now, Melinda's dad, for you that's newer to the channel, he used to come over here and hang out all the time. He's a pretty cool guy, and but yeah, really bad eyesight, even younger. Really bad hearing, loud tools, hammering, did construction, all that. Hearing was bad, eyesight was bad. But he'd come over here and he did construction for years, so he would critique everything, He'd be on everybody else's butt. He didn't understand my way of building, so he would mock my way of building. And then later, after he would see it, he'd go, oh, that's nice, And he would come over here and hang out and cut grass and all that. But he had a stroke, and he never fully recovered from it. It was a pretty bad one. So he can't get out and about a whole lot anymore without assistance. Hey, Felix. And he can't get out a whole lot without assistance. So they're gonna have to manually, help him, and still I think it'll be great. I think it'll be great and give him a chance to get out and still experience something new too. So that's coming up day after tomorrow. So day after tomorrow will not be a work day here because the brothers and one of the sister-in-laws work for us here, and they're going up there with us. So it'll be a day off. Most of them miss all the time anyway, even when I don't know they're going to. So this time I'll call a shot. Y'all ain't gonna be here today.
It's Zumba time with, oh my goodness.
Jelly.
Yeah.
Wait,
I can see your face because it's so dark. Just kidding. So, yep.
Well, it's the end to another day. Another day has flown by. I didn't video them. I didn't want to throw them on camera. But I've had guys here just now had its door all out and replaced those rollers on the bottom. They were damaged, and removed all the frame from around the glass, pulled the rubber, cleaned all of it, shot silicone in between the rubber in there, pushed it all back on there, the lock it on good. Just adjusted everything so it's all back going now. Very nice. And also, while he was here, I asked him to measure and build me a screen door with that reinforcement on it like this has. You see that little diamond pattern right there? So it's screen wire on one side, and then that's behind it, and it reinforces it. I asked him to build me a reinforced screen door right here with a frame, hinged, and a lock, and it's going to swing around right here to the side. And the reason being, I do a lot of projects over here. I keep my boat here. It goes up to my house right here and all. And I want air to pass through, but if we have a guest and all, I kind of want to keep some of this area private to myself. Of course, I need to clean up underneath here right now, but I have a major project going on. So I plan on I had those panels right there, and I plan on adding a couple panels between here to that column over there. And that way, I've got my gates right behind those panels that go back on here. We're going to be reinstalling those. And that way I can secure this area in here where I'm working. If I got tools and things laying or anything, there's guests around. So the fact is, though, I've got things that I just want to keep safe and to myself. And maybe if I have guests right there, I can close that, and maybe I'm not disturbing them too much. Of course, if we have a project going on and it's going to require like loud power tools, hammering, things like that, we stop it when we have guests here. In fact, we have guests here right now, that we got a group of Filipinos here right now, and they're enjoying, I think they're out at the beach currently, and enjoying out there. And they are doing some kind of work online, so they wanted to make sure the internet was good and strong, which it is, and they're doing some work also. So very nice to have them here. Always nice to have customers and all. So been a great day. They got staircase poured upstairs. Had them to go right back to sacking sand and stone in that pile in the front. Be ready for whatever next project we need to do that's going to involve pouring concrete. Just all kinds of little things, just these little things everywhere. Hope everybody's doing well out there. As you see, I'm doing good. I'm happy, man. I've got great things going on. And love you all out there. I tell you, I do. I just have some of the most wonderful viewers and subscribers, so dedicated. All you commenters that are so kind and supportive and share good shares, good comments, sharing good advice. I appreciate you. I really do. Mel does too. We really appreciate you. And with that, I'm going to call it evening. The girls are gone. I'm here alone, hanging out in the garage, but I'm about to go upstairs, take me a shower. And I got to go back to work. It's time to edit. So see you all later. Thank you again for your support. Hey, if you hadn't and you've been watching and you keep watching, but you hadn't hit that subscribe, I would really appreciate that. Keep on pushing these numbers up. It really helps us a lot. I thank you so much for that. If you like content and all, it only takes a second to hit that thumbs up for us. And if you do that, it'll put it out there in more recommended lists, and others can join in and share the content and all the crazy work I'm always doing here, right? Okay, everybody, see you later.